Can you hear me? Can we start the class? And you are available, just let me know so that I could start the class. Because right now this you are the only student here in this meeting. So I would wait for your response. Unmute. Okay. So you are available. It's okay. I would just deliver my lecture so that you could listen me. Okay. If you are not able to speak, then it's okay. Okay. I would just start the class. Okay. So let's review what we have studied in the previous class because I assume that you were also there. I assume that you must also be there in the previous class. So we are following this HSK level one course, and in this HSK level one course we have 15 chapters. So in each meeting, in each class, we will try to study one chapter. But in the last class, but I have planned that in the first three class, we will study the two chapters because the first two chapters are really important because these contains the alphabet so that you could learn how to pronounce the words, how to pronounce the alphabets, how to pronounce the syllables. Okay. So we will spend almost three classes. The first class has already passed, and this class and the upcoming class. So we will spend these two classes to study chapter number one and chapter number two, and later on we will finish one chapter in a class. So in the previous class, what we have studied, let me review. Let me review. So I have taught you that in Chinese language we have initials and finals. In initials and finals. In English we have alphabets and consonants with which we make some syllables and then the syllables combine together and they make a word. They make a word. But in Chinese, to produce a sound, they have initials and finals. So these initials and finals combine together with the tone and they make a syllable. And syllable is the sound of a Chinese character. Okay, because all the time when you see a script in any of the Chinese script, any of the Chinese documents, you see the Chinese characters. So how to read those Chinese characters? Like this is also a Chinese character. Wait for a minute. Uh, wait. So all the time when you see any document, you see the Chinese characters and how to read those Chinese characters and how to pronounce those Chinese characters. For that, you need to learn these initials and finals, initials and finals. Okay. So in the first chapter, you have a list of initial and final, but this list is not the complete list. The rest of the initials and finals you will study in the next chapter, in chapter number two. So a few initials are here in this chapter one, and the rest of the initials are there in chapter number two, and a few finals are here in this chapter number one, and the rest of the finals are there in this chapter number two, in that chapter number two. So if you will study this chapter number one and chapter number two, you will learn all the initials and finals. You will be able to learn all the initials and finals, and you will learn how to pronounce the syllables. You will completely learn how to pronounce the syllables. Okay. And if you find any difficulty, if you find any ambiguity, you can ask me there in the group. I'm always available there in the group. Okay. So I have pronounced these initials and finals for you. Now I'm going to repeat it. Right. This is bo, ho, mo, po, the, n, l, g. It is like a garden, like a G in the garden. Okay. G, kh, g, chi, chi, ji, chi, chi. So the Q in Chinese is not a Q, it's a chi. It gives the sound of a CH. Okay. And then we have the finals. So let's review it. E, U, E. So for the pronunciation of U, you need to roll your tongue down. E, E. Okay, you need to round your lips, and then you have to blow the air, and then you will feel the sound, and also you will feel the vibration in your mouth. E, E. Okay, and then R. Then it's ya, wa, o, wo, ye, ye, I, Y, A, we, ow, yow. So these are the initials and the finals. And then we have also studied about the tones. So these initials and finals and tones combine together and they make a syllable. Okay, because Chinese is a tonal language and you always have to pronounce the tone. Although there would be some syllables which do not require any tone, but these would be very much rare. All the time you will find the tones there in the Chinese characters. Okay, so there are four tones in Chinese characters. The first tone is drawn in this way. The second tone is drawn in this way. It is the flat tone. This is the second tone is the rising tone. The third tone is the falling and rising tone, and the fourth tone is the falling tone. So you can also see the symbols here. You can also see the symbol here. This tone is drawn like this tone is drawn like this, and this tone is drawn like this, and then we have this tone. So this is a falling tone, falling tone. Okay, so you have these four tones in Chinese. Also, we have a tone that is neutral tone. So if there is no any tone there on the syllable, we call it as neutral tone, but there is no any tone. Okay, that's just like a zero. So these are the tones. And how about the sound of these tones? So this is ma, and then this is ma, ma. You first have to get down and then you have to move upward. Ma, and then this is ma. Okay, so this would be a quick sound, ma. Okay, so after these tones, we also have some. After this one, we also had this exercise, and I have sent you the audio of this exercise. And after this, we have studied some of the characters. This was the title of the chapter number one. Chapter number one, the title of the chapter number one was Ni Hao. Ni Hao. So in this Ni Hao, you can see this Chinese character. This is the first Chinese character, and this is the second Chinese character. So Ni, in this syllable, you can see there is an initial because N is an initial. Because N is an initial, and then you can see the final, and final is E, and also you can see the tone. The tone is the third tone. Okay, so this becomes ni, and then you have this second syllable. The second syllable is H, and then AO. So this H is the final. This H is the initial here in this second syllable. This H is the initial. H is the initial, and the final is ow, ow. I will show you. H is the initial, and ow is the final. This H is the initial and this ow is the final. Where is ow? There is ow. Okay. So ow is the final. So this ni hao means hello in Chinese. Okay. So this is how we see the syllables. This is ni and this is how. So we have in all the chapters you will see some new words. All the time you will see some new words, and your goal is to learn the new word. There are a total of 150 new words in this HSK level 1 course. So you just have to study. You just have to learn the meanings of these 150 words. 150 words. Although to learn the meanings of these 150 words is not a big deal. You just have to write it down on in a list, and then you have to read the meaning and the pronunciation. So it's easy, but you have to learn the usage of these words. You have to recognize these Chinese characters. Okay. So here in this list, you can see there is a syllable that is ni. Ni is written in this way. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to focus on this character right now, but ni is written in this way because you are learning Chinese language with the help of this syllable, with the help of this pinyin. And me is the pronoun, and pronoun for singular person. Okay, and the meaning of me is you. And then we have how. How is an adjective, and that the meaning of this adjective is good or fine. So this ni hao combines together and it makes the greeting. It makes a greeting. The meaning of the greeting is hello. So whenever we meet any Chinese native speaker, we greet the person in this way. Ni hao means hello. So the first person says ni hao, and which means hello, and the second person also replies in the same way, so which means hello. And also we have studied uh, the new word that was mean. So this N was the initial, this N was the final. And also we have the tone, which is the second tone. So this becomes mean, mean. So this is the rising tone, and it becomes mean. It is pronounced in this way, mean, mean. So your sound will move upward, your tone will move upward. Okay. So this is again a pronoun, and in English we just have a single U for elder person. For a younger person, we just use a single word, that is you. But in Chinese, for different second persons, we use different words. For singular person, we use ni. For plural, for older person, we use nin. Okay. For older person or for respectable person, we use nin in the polite way, so that you could give some respect. Okay. So this nin combines with how. This nin combines with how, and it becomes nin how. Nin hao. How we have already studied. Nin hao. So nin hao means hello, but this hello is for the respectable person, for the older person, for a teacher, or for your parents, or your grandmother or father. Okay. And the next word which we have already studied, that is niman. Niman means, this is the word for the plural, but this is for the meaning is you, but this is for the plural person. Like if there are two persons, then you have to you have to use the words niman. You will not use the word me, because me is just for one person, for singular person. So this is niman, and this Niemann combines with this how, and it becomes Niemann how, Niemann how, and this is again a hello, but this is a hello for from a person to singular person. It means a singular person, or a singular person is addressing to two persons or more than two persons. Okay. Here in this syllable, there are two syllables, e and man. So this man is also a syllable, but here on this man, you cannot see any tone. You are not seeing any tone, which means there is no any tone. So if there is no any tone, you don't have to pronounce a tone like ni man. So man would be a little, a little quick, a little quick. Okay, you don't have to pronounce any tone like ni, and then if the man combines together, it becomes ni man, ni man, ni man. So man is just would just be provided in a quick way. Okay, ni man. You don't have to pronounce any tone on it. So this was all the thing all the these were all the topics which we have studied in the previous class. Now I'm going to study further. I'm going to read to further. So the fifth word of this chapter number 5 is chapter number 1 is soibuchi. Okay, let me start from. There is the word. This is the word silent which I will add each level. So, Toebuchi, so I'm going to write this Toebuchi. So here in this Toebuchi, you can see this word here on number 5, Toebuchi. Okay. Yeah. So here in this word number 5, you can see this Toebuchi. So there are three syllables in this word. There are three syllables in this word. Okay. All the time, previously you have learned that the words with the two syllable. This is Niman, but here in this word you can see these three syllables. The first syllable is this Due. Due is the first syllable, then you have Pu. This is Bu, and then you have the third syllable that is Chi. Chi. So this is the first syllable which is Due. So Due has the fourth tone. Due has the fourth tone. So this D in Chinese is not D. It's the. So it gives the sound of a the. So it becomes Due. Due. The and Ue combines together and it becomes Due. And also since you have the fourth tone, this is the fourth tone. Okay. Four plus neutral tone, and then you have the third tone. Okay. So this is the fourth tone, Tue. You can also practice the tone, Tue. Okay, and then you have Bu. So Bu does not have any tone, so we will not pronounce, we will not read any tone on it. And then you have Ji, Ji. This Q is CH in Chinese. This will not be pronounced as a C as a Q. Okay, this is not Tuebuki. This is Tuebuchi. Tuebuchi. Okay, so this is Tuebuchi. So the meaning of Tuebuchi in Chinese is to be feel sorry. Okay, to be sorry. If you have made some mistake or if you are feeling sorry, then you have to say this word. Tuebuchi. So if you need to say sorry to someone, you need to say Tuebuchi. Tuebuchi. And the characters of these syllables, the character of these syllables is Tuebuchi. This one, Tuebuchi. Okay. And then we have another word that is Maiguansi. Maiguansi. This is word number 6. This is word number 5. And then we have word number 6. That is Maiguansi. Let me write this Maiguansi. Maiguansi. I can't actually get the Okay, so I have given some space so that you can differentiate it, you can distinct make it distinct. Okay, so the first label is my. I don't know how why I can't change the header. Okay, so the first label is my. So this M is the initial and this I I is the final. So this becomes and the tone here is the second tone. This is the second tone, the rising tone. Let me show you the rising tone. The rising tone. See. This is the rising tone. This is the first tone, which is a straight tone, and then we have the second tone, which is a rising tone. So you can see here, this is a rising tone. Okay. So here in this file, you can also see this is a rising tone. The tone is moving upward. The tone is moving upward. We write the pen in from left to right and left to right. Okay. And the tone is rising upward. Okay. It's moving towards. It's moving upwards. So this is my, and then we have Quan, because this is the first tone, so we will pronounce it in a straight way. Quan, Quan. So this is a G in the garden. G, and then we have Quan, Quan. So this becomes Quan, Quan, and then we have C. Mai Guan Si, Mai Guan Si. So the meaning of Mai Guan Si is it's okay. So when a person says sorry, you need to say it's okay, or it's not an issue, or it doesn't matter. Okay. You can see Mai Guanxi, the meaning of Mai Guanxi is Mai Guanxi, the meaning of Mai Guanxi is it doesn't matter. Okay. In Chinese, we say the Mai Guanxi, the is bu Mai Shi. So this is how we say in Chinese. Okay. So Mai Guanxi, the is Mai Shi. So my Guanxi, the meaning of my Guanxi is it's okay, it doesn't matter. So if a person says my Guanxi, it means it's okay, it's not an issue. Okay. So this was the dialogue number 3 which we have studied today, and now let's move further. Okay, so you have learned some of the greetings, that how you will greet someone if you find a Chinese native speaker. All the time you can send the messages there in the group, and you can greet someone, and you can, by this way you can remind them, you can learn the vocabulary. The more you will speak, the more you will use the vocabulary, the more it will get in your mind, the more you will remember it. This is how I learned the language. So we have already studied how we differentiate between the initials and the finals. There are some of the syllables in which you don't have any initial. Okay, you don't need any initial, but the final would definitely be there. The final would definitely be there. So this is the final and this is the tone. Okay. And there would be some of the syllables in which you will not find the tone. Okay. There would be some of the syllables in which you will not find the tone. Like we have seen some syllables, like in this syllable, we don't have any tone. And also in this syllable, we don't have any tone. Okay. So we just pronounce the syllable without any tone. Okay. So I would like you to read it with me, but you are not there. Because when we study the language in the class, the teacher asked us to read aloud, so that we could do some muscle exercise. We could use our tongue. Okay, the more you will speak, the more you will learn. The more you will speak, the more you will practice, the more you will learn. Because what's your goal is. Your goal is not to write. Your goal is not even to read. Your goal is just to speak the language and just to listen and understand. When you watch a TV, when you watch the television, when you watch a movie, you need to listen, and then you need to understand. And when you meet a Chinese native speaker, you just need to talk to him. You need to deliver some sentences, and what he delivers, what he says, you need to understand it by using your listening power. So I would recommend you to open up your mind if you can, and you can read it with me. Okay. And if you cannot, I will send you the audio there in the group, and you can listen to the audio, and you can practice. You can let me listen the audio. How do you pronounce these words? Okay. But all the time when I learn a language, I just speak it. I just use my mouth. I just use my tongue, because you have to use your tongue to speak a language. Okay? You don't have to be shy. Whether you know how to read, or pronounce these words, you don't need to feel shy. Okay. So this is also an exercise, because we have already studied the initial, we have already studied the finals, and we have already studied about the tone. So this is an exercise which is a combination of these three things. So we will practice our learning, what we have learned until now. Okay. So there is a total of 12 words. There is a total of 12 words. So we are going to pronounce these words. I'm going to pronounce it. You can learn it, and then later you can send me the recording there in the group. I will listen your pronunciation, and I will let you correct. If there would be any mistake, I would correct you. Okay. So the first word is e. So the meaning of e is clothes. In Chinese, the clothes is called e or e. Okay. And then we have wu. So you are mastering the tones here. Wu. So Wu is a number in Chinese. And side by side, when you will learn this vocabulary, you will definitely improve your vocabulary. You will definitely improve your vocabulary. Like you will add some words in your vocabulary, and then you can use these words in your sentences. Whenever you will make a new sentence, you will use those sentences like "woyo wuga pingo," "woyo wuga pingo." I have 5 apples. Okay, so you will use this wu. "Woyo wu jibi," "woyo wu jibi." I have 5 pens. So you will use these words. Okay. So, and also you can see this chi. See this here it is chi. So I have chiga chiga pingo, woyo chiga pingo. I have 7 apples. So you can say woyo 3 GB, woyo 3 GB. I have 7 pens. So you can use this vocabulary all the time in your sentences. So the more you will speak, the more you will practice, the more you will learn, and the more it will fix in your mind. Okay, this is how a language learner do. Okay, because I believe your goal is not to, your belief is not to. Where are these words? Where are these words? These are here on this book, here in this book on page number 4. Okay. I am always opening, I am always following the book. I always follow the book. I don't have my presentation. I don't have any of the document. I always see the book. Okay, we just have 10 minutes left, and then we will have a break of 10 minutes because the Zoom has a restriction. Okay, so okay, so this is wu. Wu means 5, and then we have yi. Yi. So yi means fish. Yi means fish. Okay. So you can make a sentence like 我喜欢吃鱼. I like to eat fish. I like to eat fish. 我喜欢吃鱼. I like to eat fish. Okay. So you will be seeing that this is a complex sentence and how these sounds are being produced. But if you will practice, if you break down the sentences, you will learn. Okay. And later on, we will all definitely learn that. But you should practice it. And then we are R, R. So this R is an air. R is an air. Then we have B. I just use the word B. 我有 3 GB. 我有 3 GB. I have 7 pens. Okay. I have 7 pens. So this is pen. B means pen. B means pen. Then we have Mao, Mao, Mao. So this Mao is a cat in Chinese. So in Chinese, we read the word cat as Mao, and also here in our language, the children say that after seeing a cat, they say Mao. The children after seeing a cat, they say Mao. So this Mao is a Chinese word, and which really means a cat. This Mao means a cat. Okay. Then we have Dao, Dao. So this is the this this is not the D. This is a the. Okay. And then we have ow, ow, and because here you can see the third tone, so it would be ow, ow. So this the and ow will combine together, and then it will produce the sound of tao, tao, tao. Okay. So this tao means an island in Chinese. Tao means an island. So there are some words in Chinese like Qingdao. Qingdao. Qingdao is a city there in China. So it means a clear island. A clear island. Qing means clear. Qing means clear in Chinese. Like we have a sky, which sometimes is clear. So we say Qing. In the Qingtian. Qingtian. The meaning is the clear sky. Okay. And then we have. And then we have. And then we have Hua. Hua. So Hua in Chinese is flower, flower, okay, flower. And then we have G, G, G. So this G means a chicken. G means chicken. We still see the word document. We still see the word document. Okay. So you should have to before. Okay. Okay. So you should have told me before. Okay. So okay. So we were learning this vocabulary, which was on this page number, which was on page number 4 of this book. So I was just saying this vocabulary, okay? I was just reading this vocabulary. So the first word is e, e, e means cloth. And then we have wu, wu, wu means 5. Wu is a number in Chinese and it means 5. And then we have yu, 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 yu means fish. And then we have r, r, r means air. And then we have P, P, P. B means a pen. And then we have Mao, Mao, Mao. Mao. The word Mao means a cat in Chinese. And then we have Tao, Tao, Tao. So the Tao is an island in Chinese. And then we have Hua, Hua, Hua. So this Hua means a flower. And then we have this Chi, Chi, Chi. So this Chi means a chicken in Chinese. And then if there is a chicken meat, you use the word Chiro, Chiro. Okay, but a single chicken is called Chi. Okay, Chi, 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 Chi is the word which means seven. And then we have Xie, Xie, Xie. So this is an X. An X is pronounced in this way. Xie, C, and then it combines together with EA and it becomes CA. CA. So this CA means two in Chinese. Okay. And then we have Shui, 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 because you can see that the syllable that contains an initial that is X, and then Hui, and since we have the third tone, so it becomes Shui, Shui. So this Shui means snowfall. So yesterday it is snowfall. Yesterday it is snowfall. So tomorrow it can be a snowfall in the city. Okay. So 雪 means snow. So in this, I will also send you the audio file. Let me see the audio file for you. Wait, please. You can listen to the audio.
朗读下列单音节词语。
Look at the pictures and read the monosyllabic words aloud. E,
And one more thing, this is a monosyllabic word because here in this case you can just see a single syllable. Single syllable. There isn't any double syllable. Here all the time you hear all the food in single syllable. A single syllable. What does CA means? CA means choose. 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 So all the time you in all the photos you are seeing a single syllable word. Okay.
E,
E,
五
E,
鱼
E,
耳
R, E,
猫
Mao,
岛
Dao, Hua,
鸡 七 鞋 雪
Once again.
看图片，朗读下列单音节词语。
Look at the pictures and read the monosyllabic words aloud. 一
So 看图片，朗读下列单音介词。So you look at the pictures and read the monosyllabic words. So these are some of the monosyllabic words, and which we are going to listen to the audio right now.
五鱼耳比猫岛蛙鸡七鞋雪
So these were some of the monosyllabic words, and now here in this picture we have disyllabic word. Okay, Khan Tutian Langdu Shali, strong in the Sui. So these are some of the disyllabic words. Okay, look at the pictures and read the disyllabic words. So here you can see the here you can see the syllables which are two in number. The first syllable is and the second syllable is pe. So there are two syllables. So in each syllable you will see a single tone. Okay, let's see. Here all the time you will see a single tone, because each syllable require a tone, one tone. Okay. So here you can see a single tone. All the time you will see a single tone. But since this is a disyllabic word, so all the time you will see the two syllables, the two tones. Okay, so here you will see this is a word which has two syllables. Okay, so let me pronounce it for you, but we don't have much time. We just have 1 minute, and then we will have a break of 10 minutes, and then we will come back to it again. Let me play the audio for you so that you could practice it. You can also practice it by yourself.
看图片，朗读下列双音节词语。
Look at the pictures and read the disyllabic words aloud.
咖啡、可乐、烤鸭、火锅、地图、飞机、毛笔、耳机。
This is Hogo. Hogo is a famous food type there in China. I'm just going to share the video there in the group. Okay, one of my friends shared the video